Sometimes thoughts lead you astray. Then I cry, then I feel pain. Why do I suffer so much? I would love to feel your touch. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Save me before I pass out. Save me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here today in the booth. Today with me, I do have our good friend ChosenTolby.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing today?
I am good.
You ready for some dry weather or some wet weather?
Well, to watch, I want wet, but when it comes to driving, I hope for me it's dry.
For the sake of our drivers that we have in here today, where I am almost guaranteed chaos is going to ensue, I'm hoping for dry weather for these guys. Maybe a little wet in qualifying, that'll make it a little interesting, but definitely dry during the race. Of course, we are around our good track of Spa-Francorchamps, or however you say it. I don't know if I said it correctly. Anyway,
Close enough.
close enough. There's plenty of places to overtake people. You can obviously overtake down the main straights. There's a couple places in Sector 2 that you can overtake if you're brave enough. Go around the outside, dive up the inside. Other than that, you have to be very brave and consistent to be able to run on the front of this pack, just based off of how long this track is. Going into our race notes, rain and safety cars are very likely, just based off of, drivers and how they are.
Drivers and how they are.
Literally, that's how it is. And how aggressive they get going into, turn 1, going into Sector 2. If they get real aggressive, we are going to see a lot of safety cars.
For sure.
Will Tier 5 delve into chaos again, Colby? Do you think it will?
Always. Always does. It never fails us.
Honestly, this is also the first time that Tier 5 has been to Spa. So, it's a new
last time we did Spa, we only had 4 tiers.
Mm-hmm. The 3 drivers to watch, of course, Sniper, also known as Edge, Toast, and Midnight. We're just waiting for...
I'm going to add Nicky G to that list because I know his time trials and his quality times.
Yep.
Yeah, they're like pushing tier 2 times. So
okay. Yeah, I think I saw Nicky G in time trial around the
he was in the 41s.
Yeah, I saw him around there. The high 41s. I'm only in the 42s because I'm slow.
Me too.
That's besides the point. I saw other couple of guys up there as well. Edge, he's looking really quick in that McLaren. Jim Just Rage, he's always been consistent. He's probably going to be running a low downforce setup. Other than that, before we do jump into qualifying, 19 turns, 4.3 miles, 7 kilometers, 2 DRS zones, 2 detection points, 1 speed trap. As you can tell from the elevation, heading up to the top of the mountain after El Rouge and Radion. Then immediately descending back down the mountain to turn 11, 12, and 13. Turns 14 and 15, get a good still 1 and 2, is that right?
Yeah.
You can get some good turns.
15, you have to have a really good exit out of 15.
Yep. But if you can get it done and get the toe correctly, or then definitely get the pass done into the last two corners, which can make your break, your straight, make you an easy pass, or you're gonna fall right down the order.
Yeah, turn 8 to me is one of the worst turns on the whole track. Where you're at the top of the hill right before you come back down.
Yep.
That hairpin kills me every time. That downhill braking zone.
Yeah, I have not gotten that braking zone right consistently, and it breaks me every time.
So they're finally getting things started.
Make sure the live timing board is working. Open up my spectator camera. Not gonna include telemetry today. Jump back on board, y'all.
No one coming straight out is not a good sign for it being dry.
We might get some word here in a minute. I am not seeing anything. We do see the Ferraris starting to move in theirs. We have a Ferrari out now of CJ or
It's night.
Knight. Is it Knight? Nicky G coming out of the pits now as well. Hop on board with Nicky G. Gonna hop on board with Knight actually, as he is our first driver out. Grab my keyboard, put it in my lap now. Easier. Colby, who do you think's gonna get pulled today?
I'm trying not to be biased, but I really think Nicky G.
Think Nicky G's gonna have a good bit at it today?
Yeah, in between. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Nicky G.
Nicky G. I'm gonna go a shot in the dark here. I'm gonna go with Zoso.
Not a bad pick either.
Obviously, gonna get proved wrong.
I just think this track's a lot different than any other tracks we've had so far this season.
I would have to agree. Obviously, it's the longest at 4.3 miles, 7 kilometers. You're full throttle for a majority of the lap. Knight coming through turn 1, getting a good drive to El Rouge and ready on. Holding it flat out. I am going to put on this telemetry. So we can see.
He's running pretty low downforce. You got up to like 214.
That is very low downforce. I found out that if you have a lower downforce setup, you're going to be able to hold the drivers behind you easier in these corners, but they are going to be able to make the move around the outside of you easier.
Right.
Cause you a lot of distress. Knight is holding it together pretty well. Starting to catch a couple guys on their out lap. .115 second sector isn't too bad. We do have Vince currently up on Knight's time. Jim just raged with the fastest first sector at the minute.
$44.1.
Sign-on currently P2 with a 44.3. Not too bad for laps. Nice, get some nice bankers in. And drop down to Edge, who is now currently on a lap, as he is continuing to accelerate through 219 mile an hour, dude.
Oh Lord.
He is a rocket ship in the straight. My lord.
I must be doing run it. He has to be running 0.0s or something. They're pretty close.
Vince currently on provisional pole with a 143.7.
So just as comparison, Nikki G on the Hamill Straight was at like 208.
Oh wow. Jim just raged, now on provisional with a 143.2. Now overtaken by CJ in the Ferrari with a 143.0. We are currently on board with Edge still. Edge getting a purple sector 2. Go to the timing sheet. I do look for... He was a 10th up through sector 1 on the fastest sector. Not giving me much more at the minute, as it's still currently updating.
Only P3.
P3 with a 143.3.
He just has to lose a lot of time in Sector 2 running that low down for us.
Oh, most definitely. We're going to jump on with Midnight. Has done all that. Good old Commissioner Pogs. Pogs mainly running at the back of the grid here in Tier 5. He has gotten some good good finishes in some points, but overall not too bad. Going a little bit wide there, having a lift up, causing him a couple tenths. Slowing down quite a ways. He's 1.2 seconds off of Edge in the middle sector.
Well, Pogs is one of us old guys. We don't get a lot of time to practice.
Yeah, that's very true. Pogs coming across the line and just ahead of Nikki G on those mediums with a 145.2. I do believe Edge is going to be going on to another hot lap. We see him dive into the pits. Yes, we are. You see most people doing it 2 runs on their soft tires.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Very odd. Very odd indeed. Nikki G improving to a 143.4 on those mediums. Currently getting a feel for the track. And when he switches to those soft tires, hopefully turn it up a notch.
Yeah, if he's running a 43.4 on mediums. Obviously, that first lap, he did a 145, but he would have had more fuel in the car.
Yep. Probably wasn't even using ERS.
I just can't wake up today, man.
It's that type of day, man. We're just waiting for these guys to get into the race, where it is gonna be a lot more exciting. Could you please invite Matt?
Yeah, I got the ping.
Jim Just Rage currently P2 with a 143.2, CJ with a 143.0, Nikki G with on those mediums currently 4 tenths away from CJ, not too far away. Rage Quit also not too far away on his just finishing his second hot lap on those softs. He has a 143.5, looking to improve into the 42s. Knight currently on his lap. Almost met, he's half a tenth up. Well, I mean, he's red on his delta, not improving through sector 1. Hopefully he can improve
And
through
Deathman.
sector 2. Deathman isn't either. Or invite Deathman as well.
Yeah.
Oh, invite Deathman as well.
Got it.
Knight is now 2 tenths up on his time. Looking to go into the 43s. Ooh. Still improving. Goes a 143.5. Does Knight. Very nice indeed, as we have Jim just in front of him now. We'll do El Rouge and Radion. We get a nice shot of that rear wing now. Taking forward into the braking zone. Brakes about 75 meters. Pulls it down. Why did he go down into third gear? You'll carry a lot more speed in fourth gear. Have to see where he is relative to CJ.
Lollipops finally put in a lap and jumped up to P4 with a 43.4.
Very nice from Lolly. Coming across the Sector 2 timing line. Here in just a second, Jim looking to be mighty quick on these tires now. Currently 3 tenths up on his time. Nicky G on his outlap on those set of softs. Jim Just Rage getting a good toe from the Alpine just in front of him. Jim Just Raged coming across the line with a 142.8. We have all the drivers on the soft tire now. CJ is going to be looking to take back that pole position. She is now coming through.
CJ was definitely going to be my second pick next to Nikki G. He showed speed over the past couple weeks.
CJ is currently up 6 tenths, almost 7 tenths. He's going to be going deep into the 42s here. See how much time he can gain through the third sector. Braking hard at that 100-meter board. Get the car rotated very nicely. Gets on the gas very early. Oh, 142.3 for CJ in that Ferrari. Going 5 tenths clear of Jim Just Raged. Jumping on board with Nikki G. He is currently 2 tenths up on his time through Sector 1. With plenty of time to gain. Going through the tight downhill hairpin. Power down very nicely, riding that curb, gets good entry. Close to invalidating, but kept it on track.
Oh,
Having a low moment and spinning. trying to carry a little bit too much speed there, tapping the inside curb and going for a little roller coaster ride. I know you're going to be heartbroken about that. He's going to collect his thoughts and possibly go on to another run. Or go back into the pits, grab his second set of soft tires. Yeah, Pogs is currently 3 seconds slower than Jim just raged. So, it'd be hard for Pogs to do that at this stage. The Wolfsburg drivers in the pits. Vince starting his lap, going through Radion now, coming to the first sector line. Currently a tenth slower than his fastest time, not able to improve nearly at all. Using some medium track control, I can see. We're almost done with qualifying here, and we do have a good amount of people who have not done a lap yet. We're gonna see if we could jump on board with these fellas. D-Master OG coming across the line now. Going P2 with a 142.4. And Jolie right behind him with a 146.1. Matt going a little bit wide. Barely able to keep it within the limits, I guess. Within the game limits.
Yeah. I think Androli is better race pace compared to quality pace. He just won the Tier 6 race.
Matt deciding to take a little bit of the grass there instead. MKW and Shantilla on their out lap, still with no laps completed. Coming through the last 2 corners. Matt getting a 144.5. Rage quit with a 143.3 currently. Volley Tops about to start his lap. Edge gonna go on board with Edge. You guys can see his straight line speed once again. See if he can beat his 219.
It's insane how much slow down force. He's 2/10 up.
He's able to hit 218 that time. But still, he's still miles clear of everybody else within speed.
Yeah.
I think the closest person is within, I'd say 6 kilometers an hour. A big difference down the straights. Massive difference. I love this pick and pick camera. I can take a sip of water, do something real quick, adjust myself, and then bring it back to us. Give you Toby's beautiful faces. We are nearing the end of CJ ending qualifying in the pits with a 142.3. Deciding that's going to be enough for him, but D-Master OG up almost 2/10 coming through Sector 1.
Yeah, Edge improved, but it didn't improve him enough to improve his position. Lollytop's up into P2.
We'll see
Only
what D-Master
200s.
OG is at, coming through Sector 2.
Oh, we almost lost it.
Ooh, coming through Sector 2. He is so far below his time, I don't think he's going to get even near CJ.
I happened to catch that spin. Nicky G is 6/10 up on his time.
Jumping on board with Nicky G. Is he going to be able to go into the top 5 and push Edge into number 6? Oh, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Nicky G going P4 with a 142.6. Very good lap from Nicky G, putting it into the top 4, second row of the grid. CJ, of course, P1, Lollytops, coming in home P2. Did you say you were thinking Lollytops or Nicky G?
No, I was thinking I was going Nicky G, and my second pick probably would have been CJ.
Yeah. Would you run us through the grid real quick, good sir?
On P1, we got CJ in the Ferrari, P2 Lollytops, P3 D-Master, P4 Nicky G, P5 Jim, P6 Edge, P7 Rage Quit, 8 Toast, P9 is Knight, 10 is Deathman, Vince, P11, Diego, P12, Sinai, P13, Shantilla, 14, MKW, P15, Matt, P16, Androli, which is a sub up from tier 6, and P17, Sozo, P18, and Midnight and Pogs in the back of the field in P19 and 20.
Yeah, the top 8 of the field all within a second of each other. This is... We should be seeing some pretty close racing down to the wire if it all pans out correctly, or we could see 5 safety cars. I hope we don't play Safety Car Simulator, because I might fall asleep.
Right.
But alas, we shall see.
Trying to get Sozo back in here before we start. Androli.
Doso has joined back in.
Hopefully Androli gets in here in time.
We're currently
He's towards the
waiting.
back, so it shouldn't cause too much of a problem, but...
No, it shouldn't at all. You think we're going to go 3 or 2 wide into turn 1?
I think it'll be 2 up front, but once you get mid-pack towards the back, they'll try to go 3, 4 wide.
All right.
Somebody will definitely go off wide
We're
on
gonna...
the exit.
Websy's saying 4 wide. Ooh.
I believe it. Not up front. Up front, they'll play it smart.
I'm going to try and catch some of the chaos in the back, but yes, still getting the start. But as we are waiting for these 5 red lights. And away we go. Going into turn 1. CJ holding the line. Going 2 wide, mainly 2 wide in the back here. Following along with Rage Quit in the Alpine, going side by side with Nicky G. Nicky G getting ahead of him. Going back up front. We have D-Master right ahead of Lollytops now, coming out of turn 2. D-Master looking to make the move on CJ already. The other McLaren of Edge barreling down. Going past Lollytops with the 2 Haas cars in 4th and 5th. With the McLarens 1 and 3, with the lone Ferrari in 2nd, getting a little loose there. We are now going to be pulling up all the tires, what are people on. CJ is on the hard tires. So is Rage Quit and Pogs. They're looking to go long here. Is we have
That's an
Zoso in
interesting
the
choice.
back on the AI. Hopefully he's back in his car now.
Oh,
Ooh,
Deathman
Deathman
just
is out of the
died.
race. We do should either get a
And
virtual.
Knight's beached also.
Let's see if we can jump on board with Knight. Knight is
His
currently
tires are
beached.
spinning.
Trying to get out of that currently. He is unable to. We are currently under virtual safety car.
Yep,
There goes
disqualified.
Knight. And that now releases a full safety car. Colby, put us through your thoughts going into that turn 1 and El Rouge and Radion.
Well, turn 1 and all the way up Rouge and Radion, everybody kept it pretty clean, but coming down the hill, I don't know what happened. I was on board with somebody and I saw the AlphaTauri go flying.
How'd that even happen?
I didn't catch what happened. I just saw it in the background.
Ooh, as we have some more people retiring in the back.
That was Androli. He might have took control of his car at the wrong time.
Yeah, he wasn't even he wasn't even in the pits. He got DNF'd on the right before the last corner. We have sign on
Yeah, I
without a front
think
wing.
he might have went to take control of his car and just caught it at the wrong time.
Nicky
And
G.
Nicky G has got 5 seconds.
Yeah, as he is now missing a front end plate. Getting a severe collision with one of our drivers to watch today, who also was missing a front end plate. How many people are missing their front end plates? I think Toast might have hit the back of Jim. Nicky hitting the back of him.
CJ says rain due near the end.
Our big gainers from this so far are Midnight up 8 positions, Diego Lego and Shantilla both up 4 positions, along with Zoso. Our big losers so far, Rage Quit all the way down to the 15th, losing 8 positions.
Rage Quit might have got caught up in the shenanigans with Deathman and Knight.
I do believe he did as well. We can't forget about Edge up in P3, up 3 positions already, up in the podium spots. So we have Pogs way down in 17th. We are going to now see everybody besides CJ is on those tires. On those, CJ's not the only one on the hard tires, I should say. It's very surprising.
Yeah, I think the hards are just the wrong strat here. Period.
I would have to agree. You might even see the safety car in already.
Hopefully.
It'll be a late one. We do get a couple possible race strategy. These soft tires that MKW and Toast are on are going to give out fairly quickly. It's going to be interesting what Toast is going to do here with that broken front end plate. He's possibly going to want to pit for those mediums, but it's going to throw him all the way into the back of the grid. Which is exactly what he's going to do. Going to have some places to make up to get back. Toast and Nicky G both pitting.
Yeah, Nicky G gets rid of that 5 seconds, so.
Putting Midnight Killer into points paying position.
Not a bad start. I'm starting 19th.
Not at all. There's a couple different strats that these guys can do. As you see, most of the people have gone to those medium tires now. The medium tire can last up to 22 laps around here fairly easily. You might get a lot of wear at the end, but they can do it easier than the hards. They'll be faster than the hards as well, as the hards are, I think, 1.5 seconds slower than the softs around here. We do have the C2, C3, and C4 tires right in the mid-range. But These softs can last about 8 to 12 laps, considering.
I agree with Benzo. I wouldn't go for the hards. I think the mediums, especially with the rain coming at the end, I would have just went on the mediums and stayed on the mediums until the rain came.
I would have to agree with that. Yeah, overall, I do think medium soft is the faster strat around here, just based on how fast those softs do wear it, and they're not that much faster than the mediums to begin with. But on light fuel, those softs are miles faster. Ooh, Lollytop's cutting the grass, becoming a lawnmower. I wish we could get radio from these drivers, just to see what's, like, Lollytops, for example, just cutting the grass there. We're going to go on board with D Master OG for the restart. We see him slowly rounding the corner down this long, straight down Sector 3.
Some of the cars making contact in the back from getting all bottled up.
D-Master holding around 60 to 70 mile an hour. He's doing his job up front, holding a steady pace. Cars in the back. Let's see. The safety car is now in the pits, so he is good to go whenever he feels ready. Now up to holding a good steady pace here for everybody. He's going out of the last corner, punching it out of the last corner. Does anybody get caught sleeping? Lollytops does a little bit. So does Jim, but not as much as Lolly. I'm going to stay on board with Edge here, who's going to be able to look at making a move down CJ if he keeps it tight enough and close enough. This is going to be an easy move for Edge.
That downforce is insane.
Let's see how close he can get to his teammate, D-Master. Showed to make a move up the inside even. Oh my gosh.
He could have. He could have went up the inside there if he wanted to. He backed out.
Yeah. He easily could have made that dive. But because it was his teammate, he decided to back out.
Yeah, if it was anybody else but his teammate, he would have made that dive. For sure.
Now let's see if these McLaren boys can...
Oh! Ooh. What happened to CJ?
CJ looking to have a little bit of a moment. Gonna see if we could spot any damage on his car. I think he just...
Those hard tires, man, I'm telling you.
He just did not have those heat and those hard tires on that restart. He's fallen all the way back into 8th. As McLaren and Haas lock out the top 4 positions, with a McLaren with 1-2 and the Haas with a 3-4.
Hunju is all smiles right now.
Oh, 100% guaranteed he is. I'm pretty sure this McLaren team are running opposite setups here. I think D-Master is running a little bit of a higher downforce, while Edge is running a straight low downforce, because Edge gained about 5/10 down that straight right there. We have some chaos in the back.
Problem.
Yeah, Midnight seemed to have spun a little bit. As Jim just rage setting fastest lap of the race so far.
So let's see if Edge decides to overtake his teammate here, or...
Ooh, just making sure we are all connected.
Insane.
Edge looking to make the easy pass on his teammate. They have a 1 second gap to Lollytops already. Nikki G getting past Rage Quit in the back of the field. Was Matt, I think had some damage early on. Had to pit for a new wing and some hard tires once again. Yeah, as you can see, D-Master is just on the back of Edge, even on race trim. But that's also allowing Lollytops to just dig in closer and closer.
CJ's having major problems on those hards.
Get our first time penalty of Diego Lego. As we see Hunju McLaren on top. Get another 3-second time penalty for Nikki G in the Red Bull. And D-Master able to pull out of those corners a little bit better than Edge, but Edge with a 146.8 for the fastest lap so far. CJ.
Yeah, CJ's going to the pits.
Yep, he is
Smart
getting
move.
off of those tires.
He was just falling. He was getting eaten up.
Vince getting past Diego Lego out of turn 1. Gonna jump back on board with D-Master as he gets DRS now. These McLaren boys are probably gonna leapfrog. Even with DRS, he is having trouble getting past Edge.
That's insane.
Pogs now gets a 3-second time penalty.
And Edge wasn't using any ERS. He still has 81%.
That's insane. We're going to jump into the backfield with Pogs, who is now up into 10th position, as we do have a gaggle here in the midfield. MKW on these soft tires in the 9th, trying to defend against Pogs as he's starting to feel those wear tires, those wear on those soft tires. Pogs, Zoso, and Toast all within chopping distance of Midnight. Midnight leading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 car train right here. Well, the top 4 try to pull away from everybody else. Doing it successfully, might I add. Pogs might be looking to make a move. He has very low DRS right now. Or ERS, I should say. Zoso missing his braking point, spinning out. Hopefully he doesn't collect anybody else. Doesn't look to be the case. Vince and Diego Lego going at it some more. That has allowed Sean Tilla to get into this fight. Sean,
Yeah,
a brand new...
He's just sitting there waiting, just licking his chops.
We're going to go on board with Sean now as he looks to make a double pass down the straight. Gets one done. Looking to go around the outside, getting no space. Looking to make a switch back. Yeah, Diego Lego was giving him 0 to no space.
Yeah, he probably should have went on the inside and probably could have got that move done instead of trying to go around the outside on the grass.
Yeah.
D-Master has left Edge behind out of DRS, and Lollytops is all over the back of him. But I think Lollytop's only chance to get around Edge is going to be in Sector 2. Sector 1 and Sector 3 is not going to have a chance.
No. We're going to go back on board with Pogs here, as he has Toast and Nikki G sniffing his rear gearbox, basically.
Oh, Diego Lego just murdered Chantilla.
Oh, no.
On the straight. He tire bumped him, and yeah.
Pogs looking to make a move on Midnight. What a late send by Pogs. Going side by side. Still side by side. Pogs getting... Ooh, as we see a Toast. Ooh. Getting loose in the traction zone. Getting sent straight into the barrier.
Chantilla also got disqualified. He was trying to turn around, and he was going the wrong way for too long, and it disqualified him.
That's unfortunate.
After Diego Lego, yeah.
Diego Lego is going to have to visit the steward's room after this race, more than likely.
Sure. For sure.
But, once again, this throws a wrench into everything. What are we going to see? What are we going to see? Are we going to see both McLarens pit here? Are we going to see one? Are we going to see both Haas's pit? Are we going to see one Haas pit?
I don't know, I wish I knew about like around what lap the rain was coming.
We could get a insider knowledge to help us out here. Be very helpful. I do think the Haas boys have enough time here to double stack if they wanted it. Edge is trying to create a little bit of a gap here now. Like,
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to do the same thing, just back up a little bit so they can double stack.
he might have had to slow down due to the delta. See D-Master having to slow down a little bit again. We see almost everybody in the midfield coagulated again. As we see nobody pit in the top four. All right. Locking in. Unless Jim Just Rage goes in. How many other people are going to pit with them? We do have a couple pitters. Not many, though. Based off this grid order right now, Tolby, who do you think's going to win, brother?
I mean, you can't take anything away from the McLarens, but Lollytop's been staying right with them. They haven't been able to really gap Lollytops at all.
Now, if you're Lolly, what are you looking to do here?
I don't know, because you can't sit there and wait on a mistake because they're not Edge and D-Masters. They're not going to race each other. You know what I mean? They're not going to put each other in danger from what we've seen already. Now, once it comes down to the end of the race, you never know. They might be like, well, I want to win and go for it. But Lollytops, I think you just have to go for it. Unless you're good with the P3. If you're good with the P3 and
I mean, are you ever
don't want to fight them
with a P3?
No. Well, sometimes. But I'd much rather have P1 or P2.
I mean, you're only 9 laps into the race. You
Right.
gotta be thinking. He's like, I'm right here. I'm holding my pace right with them. I can win this.
Well, I think this early, he's not gonna do anything stupid to jeopardize his whole race. But
Jim Just Raged went onto those hard tires. What? What's
I
going
don't
through
know.
Jim's mind here?
A lot of people went on the hards.
Hards are not
Jim,
the play,
Hogs,
my guys.
Sinon, Sozo, Rage Quit.
Interesting indeed.
They feel great, says Snowman.
Well, hard tires are roughly about 1 second slower than the mediums and 1.5 seconds slower than the softs. Saw CJ earlier. He started P2
Yeah.
and he is now
He
falling all the way down.
He just
and
got
back.
swallowed up.
And if you're able to ignite them and get them up to temperature and able to actually work them, it might work for you, but the drivers that we have seen. You're gonna get a good ace analysis between Jim Just Raged, Nikki G, and the top of the medium runners. You're able to take those mediums 16 laps before your pace absolutely falls off the cliff.
So I'm saying all those guys could have went on the fresh mediums and made it to the end of the race.
Yep. Jim can definitely go to the end here. There's going to be some rain possibly at the very end, but we are going to have to see if that is true or not. Based off of what we have, we are shaping to have a great last 12 laps. With all these guys on those fresh hards and all these guys on the mediums, these medium runners are going to be wanting to go to the softs at the end, which is going to...
Twan was just saying in chat, he's like, if the medium runners have to box in their green flags, they're in trouble. But they're going to have the pace advantage when we start. And then once they pit, they're going to come back out on the softs, and then they're going to have a major speed advantage over the hard runners.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Andy said everyone will still have to box because the rain is coming.
Yeah.
I mean, the sky has gotten more cloudy and darker for sure since the beginning.
Safety cars in this lap as we are on board with D-Master OG as he gets the throttle lock for a second. I hate that glitch. Oh, it locks you out and you can't put your throttle down at all.
Yeah, you gotta try and stay in second.
Yeah. D-Master now
We had,
holding a steady pace for everybody.
We had some major problems with that last season.
Oh yeah. I actually kind of want to jump on board with the lower guys. Let's see if there's any carnage that ensues from these gents. Is Jim going to be able to fire up those brand new hards? Or is Nicky G on those kind of worn in hards be able to pull away?
I don't know. I mean, you'd always think that the fresher tires are always going to be better.
We're off out of the last corner as Lollytops gets caught sleeping there a little bit.
That's 2 safety car restarts that he's gotten caught out.
We're clean through one. We get the train of cars going through El Rouge. Madion. Matt looks to make a move on Rage Quit. Ooh, Midnight spun out.
Midnight spun.
Ooh.
And Andy spun right in front of him. That was almost disastrous. Out of no one's fault.
That could have been a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, so Jim got around Nicky G.
See, the McLarens now have a 2.2 second gap on the Haas of Lollytops. Lolly get put under pressure by Diego Lego. As we see Jim Just Rage already passed Nicky G on those 8-lap-old hards. Jim looking to be making a move on Diego Lego, or Vince already, I mean. Getting it done, going side by side, gets it done. Jim back up into P5, looking to get closer and closer to Diego Lego.
Rebels swap positions. Jim shot down the inside. Ooh, contact. Some tire tapping.
Jim able
Ops just came in the chat and said rain in 5. So probably about another 2.5 laps.
Yep. And we're going to see Jim Just Rage try to get past Diego Lego here as Diego Lego tries to get past Lollytops.
Jim shoot up the middle of him. Oh, I thought he was going to go for it. Oh, he does.
Jim
double overtake by Jim. Jesus.
Diego Lego ain't going to be happy about that. We're going to see him dive up the inside. No. We are not. Jim just absolutely disrespecting Diego there. Like, get out of my way, peasant.
That was a beautiful move
Beautiful.
I thought he was backing out of it, to be honest with you.
I thought he was as well. But that has allowed the McLarens of Matt D-Master and Edge to pull a quite good gap. We see the time slowly going down, corner by corner.
Lollipops got a little loose. Lollipops is struggling ever since that safety car.
See the Alpina Pogs about to make a pass on Lollipops as well.
Pogs came from P20 up into P7. About to be P6.
Woo!
Oh, Lord.
He backed out
I've
of
been
that
watching
one.
Lollipops go through that every time he lets off in that kink. And I don't know why. Because you can take that kink full throttle. I don't care what your setup is. But Lollipops lifts majorly.
Lollipops has probably lost all confidence in his setup.
But it wasn't fresh versus fresh. Those medium runners were what 11 laps when
Oh,
we
Matt is
started.
DNF'd. Oh, he's in the pit lane though. Twan, I haven't said anything about you, bro. That was everybody else in the chat.
No, he was saying because he was talking about the hard tires, outdoing the mediums.
Jim just raged now at 2.9.
Matt said he had rear wing damage. That's why he retired in the pits.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Matt, indeed.
All right, Pogs is going to try to get around Lolly again in the same spot. Let's see.
Riding on board with Pogs now.
Lolly is going to lift to that kink. He does it every lap.
Pogs on the back of him. Pulling the ERS. Gonna try up for the
Oh, it's about to be
outside.
bad. It's about...
Touching the grass. Side by side, Pogs getting it done at 200 miles an hour.
Pogs has to be listening to the stream. Has to be listening because he went outside knowing that Lolly was going to let off.
What song do you think he was
MKW.
playing right there through his mind, or in his mind?
I have no idea.
He's gonna have to get a pouch for how big of size of balls he has right now. Gonna get him a hammock. He is now closing down on Lollipops. Jim still within 3 seconds as Edge and D-Master just flop back and forth.
And the rain should be starting probably about this lap.
It's getting darker.
If it's in 5 minutes.
Remember, it can be racing at it can be raining at one end of the track, but yet sunny on the other end, just because of how long this track is.
Jim is fucking flying. Excuse my language, but
Yeah, he's quickly within 1.2 seconds. Jim setting himself up for... Ooh, Jim getting a 3-second time penalty! Ooh! Very unfortunate. But he's within a second, which is more important than the 3-second time penalty. Edge and D-Master are slowly pulling away. But Jim getting that good exit out of the corner. Gonna get DRS though.
it's weird not to see Jim and Pogs on the same team. It messes with me.
Me as well. Pogs now up into 5th on these hard tires, able to dispatch Diego Lego. Now making his way towards MKW. CJ back up into 7th position as well.
Yeah, he's had a good recovery drive. Vince decides to pit early and go onto the inters before the rain even starts.
Vince hoping to make a good call there. MKW getting a 3-second time penalty. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth all having 3-second time penalties. Just look at that time go down in this middle sector where the mediums have just fallen off.
Well, that and then Edge running that low downforce, that's not helping him at all either.
Yeah.
In that middle sector.
This Jim is now within half a tenth. Jim's just going to want to use Edge to pull him. Without using any ERS, but he's going to use a bit.
Yeah, he had to because the gap started to open up just a little bit. It went up by like 1/10.5. And there goes Edge into the pits. Yeah, because now you're starting to see drops starting to fall.
Yep. This is going to be the last lap on these soft tires. Soft, slick tires, I should say. Are we going to see Jim Just Rage make a move? Pulling the ERS. Going to jump on board with D-Master as he is sitting around 30 to 40 ERS.
Yeah, yellow. It started to drop on the onboards.
Yeah, you can see the rain starting to fall on these cars. You can see them dropping across the halo in the front chassis. It's starting to fall a little bit harder. As you can see, the whole almost half the field already on those intermediate tires. People are going to be dipping and diving into those pits, diving out of those pits. Jim Just Rage gonna keep it tight to D-Master on this pit. Edge went in a lap early, so let's see if Edge was able to pull in front of D-Master here. Gonna jump on board with Edge, see how he's faring for his grip.
I think the guys that waited an extra lap have the upper hand because the track doesn't really look like it's wet yet.
Not too wet just yet.
But I wouldn't test another lap. Like, I'd be going in right here for sure.
I would be as well.
Jim, we're gonna stay out another lap.
Jim's like,
Gonna try to overcut him.
yeah. Do you see D-Master in the pits now? Be on board with D-Master. Nice fast stop in the pits. Ooh.
Oh, safety car. So, big brains by Jim. That just saved Jim. So that's beautiful. Jim's going to be able to get in and out and still be in first place.
Very much indeed. Colby, look who's in second.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, that's crazy. Hogs for P20.
Hogs is absolutely ecstatic about this safety car, more than likely. As this is now putting him in provisional P2. And then CJ, who had a very bad safety car restart in the beginning, fall all the way back to the back of the grid, is now up into third position.
Crazy.
And now the two McLarens of D-Master and Edge in 6th and 7th.
And that edge on that low downforce setup in this rain is going to be, that's going to be terrible. That's not going to be a fun car to drive in the rain.
Nope, it is not.
All right, well, I have to jump over to my lobby to go race.
That time
really wish I
already?
could stay and watch this. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
They've already been blowing me up with invites.
That's unfortunate.
I'll be watching this. I'll be watching the stream because I want to know how this ends.
Perfect.
All right, y'all enjoy the rest of it.
We are now alone. That is okay. We are under this safety car. We see Jim just raged. Pogs. CJ go into the pits. We're going to go on board with D-Master OG as we see if Jim just raged is able to beat him out of the pits. Rage getting it out already. Gonna be a small race to the line. And Jim is able to hold P1, but he does have that 3-second time penalty. Edge is still in P3 with MKW P4, CJ P5, Pogs P6. Diego Lego went on the mediums. This could either be a big brain play like we saw in, where was it? I don't remember what track it was, but it rained, but it still said the tires were best on the slicks. This might be the same thing here. Diego Lego might pull a big brain here and do something spectacular. Same with Midnight. Midnight back there on those mediums. The rain is picking up a little bit as we look at the track a little bit more intensely by Jim's point of view. Don't see too much wetness on the track currently. Very concerning for the two guys on those slicks still. Our fastest lap holder is currently Midnight with a 145.5. I don't know if anybody else is going to be able to beat that currently. As I am going to be going to this to see if I can... I guess I don't have it, okay. Oh well. This is gonna bring everybody back together. We should see a little bit closer racing. The people that were on the raid setups are gonna be liking it a little bit more. But we do only have 4 laps left. This is gonna be a 3-lap shootout. So it's all for the marbles here. Jim just raged is gonna lead us on this restart. And likely gonna be this lap as Midnight still continues to be out there on these medium tires as we start to see some rain form on the track now. Starting to get a little bit more slick. Midnight's gonna want to pit. Or else he's gonna... Diego Lego and Lollipops going on the soft tires now. That is confusing for sure. Don't know if they meant to do that. Nicky G is in the pits getting his wing replaced. Lollipops also have his front wing replaced. Ooh. As we are now tiptoeing around the circuit in wet conditions. Nicky G, now we're getting a 3-second time penalty. Everybody with a 3-second time penalty, other than Nicky G with a 6-second time penalty. We are currently just waiting for the safety car to come in now. Do you believe it will be in next lap? Unless Nicky G can get right under the back of it. I don't think he's going to be able to. There's going to be a 2-lap shootout. This is going to be right down to the wire for the race win. I'm excited to see what everybody does. Jim Just Rage looking to be pretty strong here. D-Master OG as well. Edge with that straight line speed. I don't know if he gave himself a little bit more front wing for a little bit more turn in, but hopefully he did indeed. If not, he's going to be struggling a little bit. D-Master going to be looking very strong in that second sector still. Jim has been about average everywhere. MKW very strong so far from my knowledge. Yep, he is currently up 11 positions, up into 4th. Starting in 15th, Pogs starting from 20th up into 6th. Very good from Pogs. Get quick on board with everybody. Hope everybody is doing well in today's chat. If you haven't already, please like, comment, or just like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps grow the community. And gotta readjust that back down. Oop. Helps grow the community, and you know, just helps spread the word around of MRL. Anyway, back into this right before our 2-lap shootout. We have the whole field back together once again. See the rain staying nice and steady at a sprinkle. Safety cars in this lap. Jim Just Rage is going to slow us down to about 60 to 70 miles an hour. Yeah, the rain is not the best at Spa, especially with the combination of low downforce and how loose the car is naturally around here. It's a very tough track. As we see D-Master just right on the back gearbox of Jim Just Raged. Just raring to go. We're going to go aboard with Jim. Jim letting it loose around the last corner. D-Master not letting him go. MKW, CJ, and Pogs all hanging within a second. Zosho getting a little bit caught napping there. He must have been right in the last corner still. Everybody else behind him getting a good launch. Midnight looks to have spun out a little bit. Getting a bad launch out of turn 1 and last corner. This D-Master looks to make a move around Jim and seems to have make it done. Jim looking to make a move back down the inside. Gonna try for the late break. Doesn't want to cause anything. Looking for the switchback though. Thought about it, but decided to stick right behind him again. Using his ERS still. Burning it all. He's gonna want to disable it here any minute. He is still using it up. Edge is falling back a little bit because he does not have that downforce to stick with those guys up front. MKW sticking close behind him, but CJ is looking to make a move on him. MKW getting very under pressure here. I'm just raged, holding within D-Master. Jim right on the rear gearbox now. Going around the outside. Decides to pull out. We have Lollipop spun out in the back now. Diego, Midnight, and Lolly are all on the soft tire for some reason. You could see they are just struggling back there. It's Jim and D-Master going side by side. Jim pushing them out to the edge. Still side by side, tapping wheels again. D-Master letting Jim go by through El Rouge, through Radion. D-Master could be able to get a good run down the Camel Straight. Both of them burning. They peer around the corner. Jim getting his nose ahead slightly, still side by side. Still side by side. Going into the downhill right. An absolute fight for this lead. Jim coming through with it at this moment. Still an absolute dogfight between Jim and D-Master, but this is also bringing Edge and MKW back into the mix. CJ not too far behind them. Jim is going to be wanting to do everything he can to try and pull away from CJ and everybody else. But MKW, with that time penalty, going to be able to promote CJ. So CJ is going to want to get past MKW and then past Edge to get maximum point effect. Sunday Moose Day. Jim starting to pull out a little bit of time. See somebody just DNF'd and left. I think that was Midnight Killer. Coming away with the victory, D-Master. Oh, what just happened? Everything just broke. Everything just broke. It just broke. Alright. It just broke on us. But P1 was D-Master, P2 was Edge, P3 was CJ. This timing board got messed up. Forewarning, timing board is messed up. Yeah, they definitely crossed the line. So this is I don't know. So it was D-Master and Edge. Right? I guess was it CJ or Jim? Then MKW, Vince, Rage Quit, Zoso, Sign On, Pugs, Nikki G, Diego Lego, Midnight, everybody else down here. DNFing before. Or 90%. I'm confused. I need to roll back the tape. Roll it back. All right, we are going to go into this one. This. by myself right now. Yeah. Jim just raged getting onto the podium. Oh my lordy, that was chaotic. Oh God. Alright, so now I gotta figure this out. Okay. So first off, we're gonna start with our P3 finisher.
Off when I invalidated on my last warning, and I was like,
Hi,
that's
Jim.
gonna cost me. I knew it was gonna fucking cost me, but
Yeah, Jim, you're in here with us now, dog. You're in the
Oh, hey.
interview room.
yeah, well, I was in the interview room.
Yes,
You
you were
pulled
not.
me in here.
No, you're
I'm
in
in
the
the-
you're
I'm
in
in
the
the-
media box now.
Okay. That was not where I was before, but I am here now. Hey,
Yes,
boys.
you are now in here.
Yeah.
What an absolute masterclass on strategy there for you, bro. Like, to absolutely come out in front on that safety car at P1 on those enders, I bet you're like, let's go.
If I didn't have that time penalty, man, I knew it. I knew it was gonna haunt me, but
You were slowly
I
starting to
do this.
pull ahead.
yeah, I knew if I had 1 or 2 more laps, I probably could have gapped the 3 seconds. I think at least over Edge. But we'll take a podium after the way my season has started.
Yeah, Pogs was right up there with you, right at that last safety car. But unfortunately, he was a little bit too far back to hold P3
Yep.
after pitting.
Yeah, I told him to run the same strategy. He's like, "Are we doing it?" And we were there. He just got lucky and pulled it off.
When it started to rain, and you were seeing people stay out on the softs, were you kind of doubting yourself, or were you like, I'm just going straight inners the whole way?
Well, what made the decision a lot easier was the safety car. Honestly, if the safety car hadn't come out, I don't know how many more laps I would have done on the hards, but because I knew when there were cars out there not racing, we're going to have quite a few safety car laps. I was like, I'm just going to come in and put on inters because I knew everyone around me pretty much probably had put on inters. So
Yeah.
I was just hoping it worked out. That's all.
Well, congratulations on your podium and the absolute masterclass strategy calls.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Feels nice to be back.
Hopefully, we will most definitely see you on the podium again next weekend.
Hope so. I will be here.
Once again, congratulations, good sir.
Thank you, sir.
We did just have Edge in the waiting room, but we no longer do. So we are going to be pulling in our first place finisher, D-Master. Brother, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. 2 out of 2 race wins that I've competed in.
Yeah, like I said last week, we'd be seeing a lot more of you with that pace that you have.
I wasn't here last week, weirdly.
No? Not last week?
No.
When was it? 2 weeks
Qatar.
ago?
Qatar. Yeah.
Yeah. Still, you
2
were
out of 2 races I've competed in, I've got the win.
I bet that's just making your confidence go through the roof right now.
I don't know if it's confidence because I wasn't the fastest man on track. I can't really lie. That was Jim's job. He was 100% ahead of me. If he didn't get that penalty at the last couple of laps, he would have beat me in Edge. But yeah, that was just a fun race. We had a lot of pace. Me and Edge worked together to get P1 and 2, and we just stayed there. Pretty fun.
You guys were just hopping back and forth with the DRS, just trying to pull a big enough gap. Were you surprised with how fast Edge was?
I don't think anyone realized that me and his setups were so different. He was gaining more than half a second on the straight.
We could definitely tell. I said it like on lap 5. These guys were running the exact opposite setups. Edge was reaching about 219 mile an hour down the straights, and you were reaching about 212.
Yeah,
with
it
DRS.
was so insane. he grabbed my DRS, and I literally looked behind me, and he's no longer behind me. He's in front of me, and I'm just like, well, goddamn, this guy's just flying. No, he was flying, man. There's nothing I can say, but congrats to him. P12 for McLaren. I'm super happy to be back on the top step, back winning, and I'm actually joining the T4 lobby because I'm hoping to do the same here, but we'll see how that goes.
Hopefully you get a podium there as well. You more than definitely will be able to.
All right, thank you very much.
Stay consistent, bro, and you got it.
I'll try. It's gonna be fun.
Congratulations on your victory, brother.
Thank you, man. Hope to see you next week.
Oh, I hope so as well. We have our now second place finisher, Edge. Edge,
Hello?
how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. You?
I'm
You
I'm feeling good as well. Watching you just barrel down the straights like that. Like, bro, like what? You'd grab your DRS from your teammate and you just reached like 290 mile an hour, almost 220 at one point. Just absolutely zoot and cross that track.
Hey, and I still had some pretty good pace in the wet.
Yeah, you weren't too bad. You did fall back a little bit just based on your downforce, but other than that, you kept it consistent and kept it up there for a podium.
First year, next up, another podium. Here I come.
Yeah, are you doing the tier 4 race as well?
Yep.
Both tier 5 McLaren's doing tier 4. Let's see if you guys can do it again. Do 1-2 again. I would love to see it.
Just pure domination in that league too.
Yes, you have the top speed to do it.
If it doesn't rain, maybe.
I mean, did you not see yourself on the beginning couple laps? Or the beginning lap? You went just up into third, then right into second.
Did you see that start?
Yes, you were zooted, dude. It was incredible to watch.
I know you were everybody in my like in the chat were looking at my sector 1 and sector 3 and like, yeah, you're 4/10 and then 2/10 and then sector 2 you're only 3/10 behind. I'm like, okay.
Congratulations on your podium.
Thank you, thank you. It's finally not a third place, Gibbs. It's finally a second.
Yeah.
All right,
we will
I gotta
definitely be seeing you again here next week if you can put it on the podium.
go. For sure.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, and have a nice day and enjoy your own race.
Oh, I definitely won't.
Okay.
I'll try though.
All right, peace.
Peace. I would like to thank everybody for joining us here today, as Toby is currently in the tier 4 race as he is getting ready for that. I'd like to thank everybody for coming along and tagging in with us. On behalf of me and Toby, thank you guys, and join us here again next week. I don't remember the track off the top of my head, but thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Helps grow the community. And we'll see you again next week.